Yes.
That would be a big problem. Then you look sketchy, and then you're bluffing. And,
okay, I give up. Well, no, it was on 2-fork table. I had a.
That's why I'm saying, like, you never know.
Yes.
B says, do the guys have a side bet between each other? If so, how much? I think that maybe they'd have a bet. Maybe they'll do like a. Fedor was talking about getting a 6th house somewhere in an island, so maybe they'll do something like that where Fedor might invite him to his house in his 6th house and whatever exotic island he was looking at. Oh, it was hilarious. Left-hand side, the backdoor full house with the 7 deuce. Okay, young prince. Maybe throw a bucket of water on him once with the break or something like that. I don't know.
Hello.
Let's go. Fedor going with a bigger raise.
You know those old freaks open big and have like nuts.
So we are going to see, I think Victor said he's playing a side game as well, looking for more action. The guy needs his action. Left-hand side, Fedor goes the bigger raise pre-flop. He's going to c-bet his flush draw. He's got that 3-high flush draw. Not the strongest flush draw, but he does get check raised. So Limitless check raises top pair. Did not 3-bet the ace-jack offsuit. So he check raises, gets called, turns a 9. You're a little scared of that. Your opponent, when you check calls you, what do you think he's going to have? Victor's going to bet once again, 57-80. And now Fedor, kind of a bad flush draw, loses to me a jack-9, maybe a 9-6. A little bit worried about that. Victor could have a better flush draw. Of course, Victor could have some draws himself, maybe like maybe like a king-10 or something like that. But Fedor lays it down. I don't play sleeping music on my streams, okay? But I guess the assumption is this is my stream. It's not my stream, and I'm not playing the music or doing the production, so. Does go ahead and bet small. Seems like a fine play to make. Victor's going to check call. When he check calls here, he's going to have some queens. Most likely hand's going to be a jack, some 6s. I think he's going to be check calling all of his jacks here. He'd be 3-betting. So he might actually find a fold here with the pocket 7s. Might feel like Victor isn't bluffing here enough. So beats a hand like 8-10, 9-10, king-10. So Fedor mixing up queen 5 clubs. He does shove all in. Fedor has to lay it down. Nice pot goes Limitless's way. Left-hand side. Small pot energy currently in the mix.
Feels like a jack.
Maybe quads.
Yeah, maybe quads, but unlikely. It's quite unlikely. King 10 maybe.
Good read. Jack. Yeah, because I'm not sure how long the game will run.
So far, you're perfectly slowly grinding me down, so.
Vladimir says, holy shit, cockatoos and then 200-400 table at Limitless. Yeah, it looks like Fedor. I think Fedor is going to come out and play more aggressive this match. Right-hand side, when Fedor checks the flop, he's going to be check calling, but Limitless does check back. And too deep, my man. What's up, Putty? How's it going? He says, damn, how massive are the GG sponsorships? Yeah, cockatoo playing 200-400, playing poker. Like, oh, you guys can win money too. Like, you know, a lot of these guys probably aren't winning money. So these guys are sponsor players. Right-hand side, mixing it up. Let's go. So Fedor's got to decide what to do. Ace 10. He's got a 10 of spades. Yeah, it's not a very advantageous spot to be in. He does lay it down. I think you're supposed to check the turn there. You know, Fedor's been trying to do his Instagram page, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see a nice high-quality photo of these two in park. I really wouldn't, man. Maybe like a mountain retreat, maybe like a home. We bonded over our heads-up match. We had to get away for a high-stakes session.
There, right?
When I think after COVID gets a bit more chilled, because for now it's like quite tough to get in there. You know, you need to get like multiple tests. Plus, I'm not sure if I will be able to come back. But we're aiming, I think, like summer, late spring, maybe. Hopefully like this.
Left-hand side, here we go, 3-bet pot. This guy Vladimir is hilarious, man. Limitless has doesn't have a very good hand here. Nismach says, next time I'm feuding with someone, I just challenge them to heads up for rolls. Yeah, if you want to become friends with your enemy, just challenge them to a heads up match. And then you guys become boys.
And then, like, what's the game? You play, what's his
You're
name
gonna
again?
play 1K, 2K, USD blinds, 15 binds, freeze out. So like, we start with 100 BB, and then whoever wins like 100, then gonna wins the challenge and gonna get a tattoo as well. It's fun.
Wait, what? Wait.
Yes,
What?
yes, there's tattoo on the line. I
You
don't
gotta
wanna.
play this hand here.
What?
You raise the river. You have value, but what value? What are you checking on the turn, Victor? I'm not sure.
I think Victor said he's going to get a tattoo. I believe he's talking about his match against MJ Poker, or MJ, who's one of Dan Negreanu's coaches, former Live at the Bike commentator.
Okay, this is weird. I'll give you this one. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I guess the MJ versus Limitless, the loser has to get tattoo. I don't know what the tattoo's of. Yeah, Ace Jack, some nut flush draws. Would he raise King 10? I don't think so. Probably just call King 10. But he raised 7-10, maybe he raised 7-10. Maybe some of his worst fours.
Okay. Not folding, Mr. Victor.
So you can see the results here at the scroll at the bottom of the screen, guys, on the GG Poker YouTube channel. Let's post that password in the chat. Can we get it up there, boys? And girls in the back for all my free roll fiends up there. And what the current results are. So Fedor came into the match. Up about $40-some thousand, and right now he's down $15,000 in the Dan Negreanu versus Felmuth match. Left hand side, Fedor 3-bets. These guys are definitely seem to be over c-betting in these 3-bet pots, because it feels like they always do c-bet. Because all these spots aren't necessarily 100% c-bets with these hand combinations on these boards. So Fedor bets flop, gets called by one backdoor flush draw and a backdoor straight draw, hidden backdoor straight draw actually. Nasty Nate says best tell them to find the free roll. To find the free roll, you go on GG Poker, right hand side. Limitless takes down a nice pot with the King 3. He does take it down. Nice hand by him. Rotten Hell says, prefer format of Doug's match. More interesting without hole cards. Looking at ranges, knowing the card takes away from that. Also prefer player interviews for hype instead of having them on the screen. Yeah, I'm kind of mixed about the seeing the people's hands versus not. I don't know. It was kind of fun not seeing their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Right hand side, 3-bet by Fedor, ace queen offsuit. Backdoor Bangkok blocker in his hand as well. Yeah, what format do you guys like better? Do you like it better with the cards, without the cards? People that may have seen those broadcasts. Turn is a 7 of hearts. So Victor going to be calling the flop with his kings, 10s. See what Fedor decides to do. I think he's going to bet again. But a lot of that range that Victor called with on the flop is also going to call with on the turn. He's not folding. We know that. He's either shoving or there we go. He does call. River is a king. So if he's got a 10, he's not going to lay this one down. So Fedor's got to be worried about that. The flush draw does miss. So I expect him to check here and then call it off when Victor bluffs. Let's see. Big pot energy is brewing. All in. $11,000 bet. 21,000 in the pot. He does lay call. Nice call by the young Prince. Fedor holds ace queen offsuit. $40-some thousand pot.
Your face, Victor.
Very nice.
It gets a bit random. I know I have to.
Good.
Yeah, I felt you might call me there.
All right, I'm pulling up a photo here. I'm going to put a picture over each player's thing. Over their whole cards. And do I think that Limitless had a lot of bluffs? Is that the question? Just, yeah, ask the question one more time, Poppy. Right-hand side, 3-bet, 4-5 of clubs for Fedor. Flops a single gutter? Single gutter with to the 6. And I thought he had double gutter for a second. And a flush draw. Turn is an 8. And he's got that weak flush draw. Plus when Victor calls, it's just a bad card for him. Makes some 2 pairs for Victor. His gut shots make it straight. Sick to check call here with the flush draw, but he's not going to lay it down. So maybe he decides to bet it. And he does bet it. Now, Victor, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Maybe like jacks, pocket queens, hand like king 9. And Victor does call. Here we go, guys. Sausage in hand for Fedor holes. As Limitless leaves the left-hand table. Right-hand side, Fedor. 21,000 in the pot, 10,000 behind. And he does go all in.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
So Fedor finds the triple barrel. Can Limitless find the hero call?
Right.
He can beat 4-5 of clubs.
Well,
he can beat maybe king 10. If Fedor does go off here with ace king, ace queen, or flush draws, he can beat those. Couple pots brewing on the left-hand side as well, too. That have nothing here. He does lay it down. Nice bluff, and Fedor shows the bluff. Nice hand. Nice hand there by the young prince. Fedor holds.
Not sure about the turn, but also not sure about the river.
River 100%.
River, I think I have to, but it doesn't feel great. But
Yes.
7 is so good.
And that's the tricky part about when you do end up when you 3-bet pre-flop and then you end up check calling, is that you end up in some real dicey turn and river spots where you're just not necessarily sure what to do. 3-betting out of position and check calling the flop gets you in some real interesting scenarios, because if they check back turn, sometimes you overbet, sometimes you bet play. Victor has a backdoor straight draw. Fedor once again raising the flop with the top pair, top kicker. I think you can do a lot of calling on those kind of boards too, but I like to mix in ace queen.
Yeah, it's I can feel like without wine, you're just a shadow of yourself.
Long day in office. Okay, warming up.
Really? Okay. Limitless has bottom pair. Also with the straight draw with that 3-7. I mean, he might call here. I don't think so. Big bet. He does call. River's a 5. Fedor makes the miracle trips on the river, and now he can target a jack to get some value from. It's a big pot energy. Begins to brew. So Fedor pots the turn. That's big on the river. All Limitless can beat is a bluff. It's going to be a big bet. 8,200. And Blatton says he might shove. I don't think he's going to shove, but you never know. So here we go, guys. He does lay it down. Fedor holds. Doesn't get paid off. Shows the deuce of clubs. That's 5,600. So now Victor.
King queen, please.
He does call. I puppy. $19,000 pot goes Fedor holds way.
Maybe next time.
Nice hand there for the young prince. Gives Victor a little bit of needle. MSZ says Fedor is hitting every hand. It's so far. Victor very unlucky today so far. Yeah, Victor has not been getting lucky in these pots when he's needed it. Left-hand side, 3-bet pot. Victor flops top pair, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Fedor probably call, can hit a top pair. He raises it. Okay, okay. Nick Griffith says, Pop, you've been playing much online PLO? I have been playing a lot of online PLO. I've been studying Hold'em every
nice.
day.
I got
and,
wine.
playing PLO.
I'll go to pick it up in a moment. Okay.
So Victor calls. Turn is a 4 clubs. Fedor putting himself in another dicey spot. And he is going to lead at the turn. Interesting. The guy leads 2,400.
Да, за дверей, там надо 10 тысяч взять.
So Limitless looks like his wine might be coming in. Shout out to Bart. Hardly J Game says, why even stream on Twitch if you're just going to drop people? Bottom set for Fedor and PLO, we call that the fucking idiot set, because anytime you get a lot of money in with the bottom set in PLO, you feel like an idiot. So, but this time Fedor and Hold'em, they only got 2 cards. So Limitless, he does just check call. Fedor gonna have to start building some big pot here with that big pot energy. Get that energy out brewing here, young prince. Turn is a deuce. Nice safe card for both players. Victor still likes his hand, only loses to ace 3, 3, 6, and a couple 2 pairs. Gets a little bit greedy on the turn. He does go for that big bet indeed. Gets a little bit greedy. Preferably a 10 of hearts. He does call. River's a 7. Nice safe card. 9,000 in the middle. How much is Fedor going to go for? Lock in, Prince. What are you going to bet here? He goes for the pot. And Victor calls. $28,000 pot, Fedor Hol's way. Turns the flush draw. Victor calls. River is the flush. Young Prince tanking down, balancing it hard. He does bet small. What's going on here, guys? 3,400, is that right? Okay. You can beat King 10.
Yeah, 1 sec, be right back. Got to open my wine. I'm not sure if they work or not. We'll see in Vegas. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's really, for sure, it's a thing.
Okay.
It is a thing. It is a thing.
Okay, now Victor is very happy. It's good.
Victor is happy?
Yes. Yes, very happy.
Yeah, how much action did you have? Big piece?
I don't know. I had some of this.
How much action do you buy these days?
You mean, I don't really buy too much, like maybe for some live games, but 2, 3, 4. Fuck, I don't even see if I don't think it's not much. Yeah, cool.
River's the flush, but even when he rivers the flush, it's a little unlucky because the board's now paired, and he's not going to be able to get any value from his hand. As Fedor holes, shows down the king.
The Triton, I make myself birthday gift. I played like 100%. Cashed, but I got unlucky later stages. That's pretty fun. That's some good stuff that he changes the strat like every time you play. So that's quite interesting.
Is there any limping in your match? Or only
there was some, but then we stopped. Yes.
I think Fedor is trying to get this guy to give away some strategy. Smart move by Fedor. It's different without the cards, guys. I'll tell you that. So right-hand table, I have cards. Left-hand table, I have them blocked. $11,000 in the pot. Lucky River there for Limitless. And he does go all in. Fedor.
I think I have to call this one.
He does call. He shows down the King 7. There we go. Okay. So King 7, $40,000 pot goes Limitless Wigs.
Switch it up sometimes.
Yeah.
So Fedor holds, a little trappy there, checks back the turn with the trip 9s. He must be listening to the commentary. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to do that on occasion. You're going to want to check back those really, really strong hands. The greedy prince. Left-hand side, a 3-bet, Jack 4-5 board. Fedor's going to bet. 2,900. So I can't see the cards on that table. Limitless calls. Turn is ace of clubs. So Limitless gonna have some ace high, gonna have some ace X, ace tens. I haven't seen the specifics of it. I do know that there's about 100 events. They start from $10 to $10,000. So there's a lot of mid-stakes events in there for people to play. It's gonna be going on for 14 days, I believe, starting on this Sunday, right? Since I started playing Pot Limit Omaha, maybe 8 years. So they always neglect the Pot Limit Omaha players. They always neglect the great game. The great game is put on a big series, may bring some extra hype to PLO. Left-hand side, Fedor gets called. River's at 10. Could have a hand like ace 9. I think he folded ace 9 on the flop, though. And Fedor checks the river. I'm excited to see these boys showdown. Right-hand side, we got something brewing, too. Lock in. Come on. Big pot energy's brewing out here all over the place. Fedor checks king, jack, and 9-10. Okay, so Fedor rivers to 10. Does not bluff. Victor shows down the king, jack. He's clawing back. Right-hand side, Fedor 3-bet pot again. He's got the 10, jack. The free roll starts in 10 minutes, Ivan. Victor checks it. Fedor, 2 pair, jack kicker. Poppy, you got to sign this. Fedor checks it back. 2 pair. Birthday young prince. Fedor holes.
Slow down.
Takes down another pot.
Tight. Really bad.
I like
beat.
Fedor's avatar. It looks real cool, man, with that, with like the gold around it. I like that. I think every player should have a custom avatar. That might take away from the specialness of it, but I'd like to do like a swan dive, right? Like I can press a button and then I do like a swan dive, and I would play that when I would stack them. So just an idea. Left-hand side overbet by Victor. One of those ideas you get when you're a few hours into these streams and try to get Victor off of some of his 8s. We've seen Victor make some pretty tight folds too. But obviously Victor is going to make a race here. Hope to get called by a 2-pair hand like a jack 7, maybe an 8-7, maybe even just a jack 10. Need to ship it in, all in. Snap fold for Fedor holes as he studying to become a god at no one hold'em right now. And also I want to keep being good at PLO because PLO, there's way more action. So nothing going on here, guys. We got Fedor holes up about $42,000. Going back and forth. Been a nice match so far today. Luaus the Mouse says, look at the life of Limitless is living. Pots and pots of gold, wine, cigars, and a life of luxury with no cares in the world. Well, I got to tell you, I bet the guy does have some cares. Just because you got some, you know, cigars and money and women and the ability to travel anywhere you want and the ability to do anything you want at any given time and a matching multi-$1,000 jumpsuit doesn't mean that you got no worries. As we've seen overbet on the right-hand side by Limitless. Very weird hand. Okay. And Fedor calls a 7-9. Okay. Let's see if Limitless. He does call rivers of 4. Fedor goes for a little value. Not everyone would have found a value bet here. I'll tell you that right now. Most people would have just checked back, not even think about it. Like, yeah, would they? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. He does lay it down. Nice fold by Limitless.
Good fault or no?
Gets him off. His 7s and 4s with the king.
I had a very thin value bet. Correct.
So Gus, it looks like our man Gus is going to win the free roll. So right now, guys, Fedor holes up $61,000 after 300 hands. Putting the pedal to the metal, running well, playing well, making a lot of bluffs. A little bit of air, right? Yeah, maybe some backdoor hands too. Yeah, this is a real interesting spot. I wouldn't be surprised if you check or bet here. But maybe more checking than betting. And now Victor. He's got ace jack, 1 diamond. He does lay it down. Nice pressure put on there by the young prince. Fedor holes. Damian Withers. Hey, Joey, how you doing? What's up, brother? Nice to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate the support here on the new channel, temporarily with GG Poker. Supporting these guys at GG, supporting the stream. That has the second pair, but he's got a backdoor bonanza. And you guys know from how backdoor bonanza is when you have a bunch of backdoors going on with your hand. He's got a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight flush draw. And he does call. So Fedor bets again. And we've seen Limitless play pretty snug in these spots, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him land. I never know. Is Limitless going to lay this one down? He does call rivers and jack. I mean, no. Throw a strong hand in there occasionally, too. Maybe in deuce, but he does jam it in. All in for Fedor holes. 18,000 effective. He's going for a big pot. Limitless 5-3, calls the 3-bet pre-flop, calls the flop, calls the turn, and he lays down the river. Nice fold. Once again for Limitless as Fedor holes. Hits him with the emoji, almost up to that $100,000 stack on the right-hand side. Our first $100,000 stack of the session. Young Prince, left-hand side, got to bluff it. I'm going to have to sell my soul for money, aren't I? Fuck me. 2 to 4 says, come on, Joey, get some better music. Listen, I'm taking some reputation hits.
Sixes sometimes there, like the hero Victor.
Jeez. I rather call like ace high or a 10.
Yeah. 6, 7, 6, 8, potentially.
Yeah, it's like one of the best. Even turn GTO false actually. It's okay. But...
I love when he says GTO. Makes me excited. But yeah, the music, I didn't choose the music, so sorry if you don't like it, Bobby. Left-hand side, 3-bet pre-flop. Fedor probably going to bet again on the turn. 7-3-4. Yeah, Fedor goes with very small bets and 3-bet pots. Or maybe you could. Maybe you bet small too much. Maybe you don't get value enough in certain spots. Right-hand side, another 3-bet by Fedor. So the pots are starting to pick up a little bit here. Fedor does indeed call, and this is the problem when you call, is that you end up in a lot of bad river spots, and yeah, you're gonna end up with sausage in your hand, that ace high. So river's a deuce, Limitless, pot size bet behind. He's only got a jack high, but I think he's just got to go for it. He's got to go for it and pray. But he does check it back. Okay, checks it back. Fedor wins with the ace high. And yeah, I think in a lot of these situations, you got to remember that sometimes both plays are fine. You know, people talk like a mixed strategy. Both of those actions, according to GTR, are going to lead you to a similar result process. So, but it's still fun. It's just more fun to go back and forth on what people should do or why they should do it. And yeah, he's willing to play anyone, so he's gonna have some aces here. Some have some bluffs. Maybe bluffing like a king 6, king 9. Thinking about what he could beat. He has 6s in his hand. That's not a good hand to have. He lays it down. Nice fold by Victor. Fedor does not get paid off on the ace. So Victor's battling back on the right-hand side. Joe, ask about my podcast and when I'm going to have a guest on again. 3-bet pot. Victor, how much is he going to lose? He does go small once again. So 4-5, big pot energy brewing. He does bet. That's pretty big. Is that 8,000 into 6,500? It's a pretty big bet. Poker hard, poker rock. All in. The young prince. His top pair turns into 30. Yes, call. Ay, puppy, big pot. Fedor holds way. $60,000. One of the biggest pots of the session so far. And the dance, Daniel hits him with the dance.
That's the...
Oh, man.
The hands just become real interesting. So Limitless attempting to claw back right now, down about 100,000. It's the right-hand side. Fedor might think about going with one of those block bets. He seems to be getting a little bit of loose. Left-hand side, Fedor check raises the 7 deuce. Turn is the 4. Fedor is getting really, really, really rambunctious with some of these check raises. Left-hand side, turn is a 4.
So what you doing most of the day? Just like your business and stuff, or?
So right now
It's a flash board, and
it's a flash board, and I have a really hard time talking, you know.
Yes, that's it.
So no, right now my girlfriend is actually visiting me. That's quite nice.
Fedor brags about his girlfriend. Limitless might be less inclined to want to fold.
So most of my day,
So this.
7 deuce. No, normally never lose, but in this, okay. Tilting.
I mean, it's okay. 2-4 will be a bit more tilting, but.
I think it just skipped ahead. I don't know what happened there. Well, whatever, picking up a new hand. All I know is we got ace-5 on the left-hand side. I don't know how we got there. I don't know how we ended up here. I feel like some sort of matrix glitch just happened there, but all I know is Fedor holds has 3rd pair with a nut flush blocker, and Limitless has 3rd pair with a straight blocker. And Fedor checks back. River is the nut flush. Not a good hand. Limitless probably isn't going to lose anymore here. 14.8K in the middle. My man, Nasty Nate, working hard in the chat always. Much love to you, brother. So Victor's in the tank. He does lay it down. Another fold for Victor. Another big pot for Fedor. Holds the young prince up to 70,000 on the left-hand side. And now he's got 135 on the right-hand side.
I think I'm surprised myself too. I like Victor. What's it's like a Avaria in Russian. When your session doesn't go well, you're like something.
Avari.
It's like how to say malfunction. Something is wrong. Today no good. Well, this one I have to call. Yeah, and lose. That's poker sometimes.
And absolutely in concentration, he dominates the game. Victor is gone. Strong words. Dominic, strong words. For Fedor holes, once again, goes with that small size. We've seen that be the standard for him on most board textures in 3-bet pots. Victor's going to go ahead and call. Yanni goes half pot again. We saw him do this earlier, actually, where he bet the turn. What was the turn? He had 5, 6 of clubs. He had that flush draw. And the board was what? 6, 7, 8 or something like that? And then Victor will check back and hope to win. He does check it. Victor checks back. $14,000 pot's going to go his way.
That was close.
He was thinking about it. You saw it. Limitless in the tank once again. Another fold. The young prince, the bluffing machine. This guy's Doug Polk, man. We might be seeing Doug Polk right here. This might be the second coming of the supreme leader with all this bluffing we're seeing right now. Another 4-bet alert, lock in, big pot energy brewing here in the headquarters. Fedor's going to call, flops 8-5-4, gut shot, backdoor straight draw, backdoor. Nope, just a gutter. And a backdoor flush draw for Fedor. Victor, not loving it, top pair. That early 500 leg edible kicking in the headquarters. Go, guys, a dicey turn, the 10 of spades as the big pot energy is absolutely brewing right now. It feels... This doesn't feel good for Victor, guys. Turn is the 10, top pair, top kicker, nut flush draw, all in.
Okay.
He calls. What's the river gonna be? Any 3 or spade?
That's it.
The king. Look at that. $55,000 pot goes over Louis' way. The
Then
splash
it's
dance
this-
comes into Granu.
You need to disable this.
Hits him with a little shimmy.
I couldn't. The splash dance on GGP game is just terrible to get.
That's the last thing you want
If
to
you
see.
lose like 500k pots and you get this dance.
Sounds fun. More.
so
Yeah,
bad.
it does. Martin Crop, Joe, you need to be part of more commentary on GG, please. Well, we'll see. See what happens, Poppy. Left-hand side might be a 4-bet alert for Fedor. Extend it. He does just call. Safe board for pocket tens. 9 deuce deuce. Fedor holds the young prince. 4-bet alert. Lock in. I'm so used to everyone always having a backdoor straight draw and pot limit. I'm on the great game. I just want to say everyone has a backdoor straight draw. Fedor bets. Standard size. Small. 25-50. See how Limitless decides to react to this 4-bet pre-flop. Not super familiar with these 4-bet spots. He does check raise small, 56-40. Now Fedor, queen 5. Yeah. Me call 1, I don't know. Not a good hand to have here. Fedor does call. Turn. Not a good card for Fedor. It's the 10 of clubs. Full house for Victor. And if Victor doesn't know it, but if he wants to get any more money out of this pot, check it over to him, Poppy. Can Victor get this bluff out of Fedor? Bet small. That's not going to do it. Fedor lays it down.
Okay, Victor, okay. If that was a bluff, then good. But I don't think so.
I didn't think it was bluff way too much to this session.
So before you heat up, you know,
I just
can't tolerate this.
Yeah.
I like the other Victor
Currently
better,
at full.
the full Danovsky one.
Yes, that's quite embarrassing actually. The Jack 9 will work too. Although, I mean, had some folding hands. Could
Nah, you know what? Maybe, I don't know, man. You can't go. Fedor's been killing it here. He pots it left-hand side. So Fedor, we're getting deeper here. He does call reverse Queen of Hearts. The young prince rewarded. The run good was not going to last for long for Limitless. So here we go. Very deep in the tank, Limitless. Could have watched a movie by now. He does bet 13,000. And now if you're Limitless, what kind of hands do you want to call with here? 2 pair hands, flushes. Seems to be about it, right? Obviously, if you have King Jack somehow.
yeah, this one.
You have like Ace 5, he does lay it down. Another hand goes Fedor O's way.